Hey, good evening, everyone. I've just realized we're not on First YouTube
Oh
Facebook page,
no.
but we will be in about 30 seconds. We're on there now. Excellent, cool. Right, beautiful. Right, here we are. It's the final count. We need that. It's the final countdown. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Leo, hey man, how we doing? Gustavo is here. Uh, Jethro's in the house with
Hey.
Ed Stafford there. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. Good day, TM Pig. Excellent. How you doing? Matt's here. Evening, Matt. How we doing?
Ian and Matt.
Having a Brenna is here. Hey, Brenna, how we doing? Excellent. Charlotte and Leon's here. Leon, I don't know if you saw earlier on with his fire lighting, with his Kelly kettle and washing machine. Excellent. And I also got a sneaky bit of cake, Max. I bet you didn't get that email. No.
You got cake?
From Leon.
I didn't get any cake.
I know.
I didn't get any cake.
Justine, how we doing, man? Excellent.
No cake.
No cake.
No cake.
Ian's here. Hey, Ian, how we doing? Pilot Cupid.
Ian.
Good evening. Excellent. I think. Who else have we got? Who else? Hey, Sasper Scalter. Hey, big man. How we doing? Sasper Scalter. I've got a collaboration come up with our American friend here, Max.
Okay.
He sent me a challenge, and the vlog is very, very soon. How long will this go on for? It's always 1 hour, whatever. We'll see what happens. We always say it's going to be half an hour, but it ends up being an hour, whatever. How's everyone been? I'm sitting here with a coal and hold the box. Oh, Leo, that's not good, man. That is not.
No, not good at all.
Not good. Andy's in the house.
Hey.
Excellent. Claire. Evening, Claire. How are you? George, where's the shed? Is it too cold? Yeah. Too cold.
Yeah, you're not from the north, are you?
Nah. Didn't have your email to email over the cake.
Oh
damn, Jake. Hey,
yeah, pull that out.
Dan. Good evening, mate. How are you? Excellent. You're gonna have to go to bed because of school on Sunday. You go to bed at school on Sunday. Well, thank you for joining us, and it's great to see you popping by. It's a bit of a late one tonight, I know, but numerous things happening, and we got competition with Britain's Got Talent. So, but Max was just telling me
I've got my talent here.
he's applying next year. He's going to go for Britain's Got Talent.
You reckon, with the puppet?
The boss is here. Terry, evening, mate. How are we doing? Stuart, hey, mate. How are we doing? You good? Excellent. Beautiful. Excellent. So, Max, stand up. Just a little bit. Stand up.
No, because the boss will tell me off.
Just want to show you sporting both brands, Big Man in the Woods and Bush Scout.
I'm sporting both brands. I've got the Count Necker on and a little bit of
excellent bit of branding.
Oops.
So yeah, James is saying is here. It is Gilwell Reunion this weekend, and both me and my Max would be normally sat around the campfire at this time of the night. No, it's Saturday night. I'll be heading down to the Lid for the live band. It is a bit different. It is, everything's been live on air, and there's no live band tonight.
Missing it. I'm completely missing it. Not the drive all the way down to Gilwell, because that's just a nightmare, but just meeting people, just the atmosphere, just the total thing about Reunion. Absolutely fantastic. And
we're in front of a webcam.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. The whole point of Reunion is just getting that whole network. There he is.
Yes, I've got them.
This is where it all started.
I have them tonight.
Pip Pip Call was born in Reunion.
At Reunion.
After a long discussion of what sound does a kingfisher make. We'll get into that in a short while. Carl, hey mate, how are we doing, Carl? Evening, mate. Thank you very much for joining us. So yeah, as we were saying, it would have been Gilwell Reunion, sat around the campfire, down to the lid, listen to the band, head up to Essex Chase to the Queen Squiffy Woggle pub. That is my Saturday, and I've done that for the last 6 or 7 years at Gilwell Reunion. But no, sadly not. Gustavo, hope you getting better. I'm doing fine. A bit hotter than usual here in Sao Paulo today, but it's okay. Excellent. That's good. So yeah, Gilwell Reunion celebrating the wood beads. That's how it started back in 1921, and it's been run through all those years, apart from 4 years. What stopped Gilwell Reunion, Max, for those 4 years?
I didn't watch your blog earlier, so I'm sure. Hey, hi, Sammy.
Hey, Sammy. How are we doing? So Gilwell Reunion, it's been running since 1921, celebrating the wood beads. It stopped for 4 years. What stopped Gilwell? Let's see if anyone knows in the chat. I did upload a vlog this morning about what's the point of Gilwell Reunion. The answer was in there. Let's see very quickly if anyone knows the answer. Who knows the answer? Any takers? The reason being World War II. World War II stopped Gilwell Reunion for 4 years, but hey, that's the only thing that's going to stop us. But yeah, we're here virtual. It's not the same, but it's still good. It's still good networking, and people are messing us all day. Look at World War II. Charlotte and Leon, well done. Gustavo, fantastic. Even across the pond with the wood badge, beautiful. Lots of people getting in touch with us. Thank you very much tonight. If you want to come and join us, you're more than welcome. Send us some of your pictures. Show us what you're doing. We want to see your campfires or however you're doing it. I know lots of people have got some fires going, particularly this crazy bunch. there's the boss, Terry, joined with his family. Excellent. All around a lovely little campfire. So I hope you're doing well. Thanks for that, Terry. Beautiful picture. Loving it. It's gone back. It's gone back many years. Who keeps on vibrating? Don't know. Don't know, George. Don't know about that. Did COVID stop?
World War II or COVID? Yeah.
It hasn't stopped Gilwell Reunion. Gilwell Reunion is online, and yeah, we're doing it virtually. So it's been a good day. I've been tapping in and out a few bits of the reunion online. We saw the thank you session that was run by Ollie and Kester and Graham. They gave it a big thank you to Big Man in the Woods and First YouTube, even though Graham said Max's name was wrong. What did he call you? Do you remember?
You took great delight and pleasure in pinging me afterwards after he called me Mark, but never mind.
Mark Hemingway. And Colin got his name right. I got my name right, but hey.
Oh well, you know.
Never mind. Did you catch any of the campfire?
Yeah, so I caught little bits of stuff. Wife came in from being at work all day, so I spent some time with my family.
I do believe it's going to be the wedding anniversary soon, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Have you forgotten? And I've reminded
you.
No.
No. I know it's Monday. I know, because last year it was right on the.
It was on reunion weekend, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't make it last year, unfortunately.
Never mind. Right, guys. So if you want to come and join me and Max, if you send either me or Max a message on Facebook, or you can send us on the YouTube. However, we will we'll try and get you on. Are you moderated? Well, no. The whole point of Gilwell Reunion. Hang on. Sleep well, man. Watch your back. Excellent. Thank you very much for dropping by, man. And we will speak to you very soon. Sleep well. So back to Andy's question: are we moderated? No, because Colin's decided to take the night off and he's gone out partying. Let's hope he hasn't gone to Gilwell Park and gone to the Lid, because there's not going to be
nobody there.
It'll be locked up. And if he's walking around Essex Chase trying to find the Queen Squiffy Woggle pub, the big marquee, it's just a muddy field. So we might get Colin back a bit later. After he's been walking around with his torch, Gilwell Park, trying to find the lid. But no, it's not. Next Saturday's anniversary, always have to check Gilwell Reunion too. So I tried to get married on my birthday because I wouldn't forget. My wife kind of clicked on. So yeah, never mind.
Oh, I've got Gilwell Reunion to remind me of my anniversary.
Question coming in: how do you take part in Gilwell in normal circumstances? Where can you stay? Okay, so Max, do you want to fire? You can answer the question.
Yeah, sure. So we're normally meeting in the grounds of Gilwell Park, and a lot of people stay in tents around. There is a bit of accommodation for those that need it. And then there's loads of marquees up. There's lots of activities going on, lots of talks, huge amounts. You've got a visitor there, Mark, a bit like the BBC newsman when he's trying to read the news.
He's not answering the house.
And where myself and Mark usually are is around Bush Scout. So we're doing Bush Scouting based activities, teaching leaders skills. Mark, you're normally firelighting around that way. Yeah, yep. I've started doing tracking, so take people out doing some tracking around the wooded areas, which is quite cool. Yeah, it's good. It's great to meet so many people from people from all around the world travel. So you meet lots and lots of different people in there, which is fantastic. And yeah, really miss it. It's not quite the same as it's sat here in my study with everything. Do miss that. Yeah, Andy said there, tent, hammock. If you can find 2 trees, sling your hammock up and.
We got tent, hammock, caravan, accommodation, all on Gilwell Park.
Yeah.
Caravan. I don't think you're allowed to stay. I've never seen any caravans, and you can't stay in BP's caravan.
The only caravan there's 2 caravans there, isn't there? There's BP caravan and the Scout Radio caravan. Those are the 2 that I've seen.
I've never seen any caravans. I found out you can get married at Gilwell. You can. I would get in there very, very quick.
Yeah, I heard that stopping.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. So definitely. Oh yeah, Ian, if you want to.
I was asking if she wanted to go to Gilwell next year.
Yeah, if reunion's on, let's see you there.
It's going to be on. It's going to be on. It's got to be on. Perhaps not much for longer. Yeah, no, exactly. John, camping in a field with a bad signal, but good to be out. Oh, John, yes, I saw your Instagram post. John is camping this weekend. Beautiful.
Excellent.
Lucky man. Me and Max are camping. This is a green screen behind us just to make us look like at home, but we're actually camping. No, we're not.
No.
Yeah, so Gilwell, it's just a shame, I have, like I've been saying, been dipping in and out of the day, watching the Gilwell Reunion, some of the live streams, some of the pre-recorded stuff, and it's been great. There's some sessions that I want to watch back that I missed. Particularly, there was one about the history of scouting. Apparently, that was an amazing session, and I kind of missed that one. So I'll be trying to catch up over the next couple of days, trying to watch that. But it's not the same, is it? Particularly this time of the night when we're sat around the campfire. Obviously, we only drink tea and orange juice. No, there's no kids, so we're allowed to drink alcohol. Yeah, we do. And that's where I got first introduced drinking port. I've never drunk port before, and the guys at Bush Scout warmed it up around the campfire.
Nice.
See, Bush Scout. Yeah, and I first got introduced drinking port around Gilwell Reunions. I don't know if that's a good thing to. Is that a good thing to claim? I don't know.
Well, after all. Oh, okay.
Really? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, after all the hard work you put in during the days in teaching all these skills to leaders, you have to have some,
Yes.
It's one of those times where you can.
And there's no children, and there's no yeah, absolutely, yeah. So just I guess it's okay, isn't it? Yeah. So
yeah.
What apart from, I think you've already answered it, Mac, but what is one of the highlights of Gilwell Reunion to you? If you were trying to tell somebody,
Bush Scout. If I was trying to tell somebody about it,
Bush Scout and port, it's got a bad connection.
Yeah.
Toasted marshmallows over campfire. Yeah. Go on.
So it's one of those, do you go, do you not go? Because you see it and then you sort of see some pictures of it and such like. For me, it's an absolute fantastic time to.
Better plug the laptop in.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Don't want this stream to end tonight. For me, it's just a great time to chill out with loads of other leaders. Go and learn some stuff, because there's lots of new stuff that's coming out. If you look at the sites today, the Royal Marines are on the snowboarding, snow skills, stage badges. Nomnet are now doing digital citizen. There's lots of different partnerships that come in. There's lots with the Raspberry Pi Foundation, and those kind of things you can learn face to face at Gilwell. There's a chance to do things like, if you're into badges, you can do badge swaps. Huge area for badge swaps and NECA swaps, and it's just amazing. But it's the chance to actually also go around and see people from other campsites. So if you want to know more about a particular campsite, so one of my local ones, Linnet Clough, they're there, and they've done there's a competition. I'll plug them now. There's a competition. Okay, so there are lots of competitions on the Reunion page. So scouts.org.uk/reunion. Go and have a look on there. There's lots of competitions. Okay, from winning Pokemon tins to winning, when we can, camps, very heavily discounted or free camps at campsites. And I raise that because Linnet have done that, which is my district campsite. But it's great to get on there and go and see these campsites. Candlestag come along and have a stall. So if you've never been to Candlestag, you can talk to them and talk to the pinkies, understand more about it. That's a great question. You used to have your wood beads to go to Gilwell Reunion, but that's kind of relaxed now. You need to be a leader, because you got to register to go, and you won't get in unless you're a leader.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have your wood beads, but Gilwell Reunion does count as ongoing learning. So if you're going along, CPD, yeah, ongoing learning, which goes towards wood beads and helps keep them. There we go. Nice. And if you can go along, do the training. So the stuff we do at Bush Scout, things like the fire lighting. You can go look at bushscout.org.uk and see some of the videos that we've done on there. And there's a fire lighting challenge tomorrow. Well, nothing's much more about that. Go and watch it. There's, just the skills that you learn are just amazing. Yeah. Stuff that you wouldn't normally do, that you can just then go and try out with your groups.
And it's also like craft of the big craft tent, isn't it? And it's things like you go there and there's printed hundreds and hundreds. You'll get a big wad of printouts and leaflets and stuff. And it's trying new craft ideas and silly things. And
but then there's also, but as well as the craft, there's also you go back, and then there's people there to help you with the other side, the sort of the admin, the help with you kind of if you've got a problem, there are people there who can help you out. If you've got a question, there are people there. Unity, the insurance people are there. You can ask them questions and they'll just help you out with the answers. It's just amazing, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. I think the first year I just went for the day, and that was kind of before I knew Bush Scout. I think, I don't think I did see Bush Scout there, but I wasn't involved in Bush Scout back then. That was when I just joined as a scout leader, and you just learn so much. And I think for me, Reunion is always the wrong weekend. Why? Because I've already wrote my scout program, so I have all these ideas, and then I go to reunion and think, oh my god, that's awesome, that's awesome, that's awesome, that's awesome. So I have to quickly rewrite the program to bring in all these new things that I've got. Yeah. I'm a leader, but I don't have would be's yet. I wasn't sure. Absolutely, Matt. You are entitled to go. You can go. What I would recommend, obviously, go for the whole week. Weekend. Go for. Well, no, some people do. Some people rock up a week before. Leo, we'll come back to that question in just a few seconds about young leaders. So go for the weekend. You know, it's great. Friday night is a disco and a quiz. Saturday night, go to the Lid. There's a live band followed by the disco. Go up Essex Chase to the pub, and then Sunday finishes Sunday afternoon. If you can't go for the whole weekend, definitely go for the Saturday. The Saturday is a whole day, whereas Sunday is only kind of till lunchtime, and then people start packing down. So if you want to go and learn things, meet people, try things, go on the Saturday, you know, and you've got the whole day till 6, 7 o'clock, I think it is, when you have to leave.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's an amazing thing. I went on a course at Reunion, which was all about major fundraising products. We were fundraising for our new HQ at the time, so well worth it, absolutely. And you do get random talks that you would never think about, and then you look back and think, actually, that's a really interesting one. Maybe I need to go. And that's what I struggle, because we're lost you on YouTube, but move over to Facebook. Okay. We're still
there. I'll just check.
We're still there.
No, we're still there. Still there.
What was the normal? Oh yeah, Bush. So yeah, teaching. Because we teach the whole day. I do try and take an hour out just to go around the park quickly, but you can't get to all the sessions, and that's like one of those things. But we, you know, if we ask the boss, we could go to it, but we're there to teach. But
yeah,
there's so much. So Leo, are young leaders, are they eligible to go? No. It's an over 18 event, so you have to be an adult leader to go. The only way you could get around that is if you would have gone with your parents, or just your parents. Actually, I was just thinking about if a leader could take you, but no, you can't. You only can go if your parents are a leader. So yeah, it's an over 18 event. Because I was asking, leaders from all over the world are allowed to go, right? Because why they want to go, mate. Yep. We've had some amazing leaders from around the world come and visit us at Bush Scout. Like last year, I'm not going to tell you live what happened last year. I did get in trouble. For
again.
Yeah. I always get in trouble. We basically we wound up a commissioner, like high. I'm not going to say the country where he is from. But yeah, I did get myself into a lot of fun trouble. I didn't get into official trouble. Yeah, let's not talk about that one. It was during the day. I wasn't even drinking. It was just during the day.
No, let's do that.
Let's look at. So yes, to answer your question, Gustavo, there were a lot of people that come around the world. A few years ago, I think it was actually no, we met them last year. So 2018, we met some American scouts, scout leaders, should I say, and they were from Memphis, Tennessee. So their scout hall is not far from Graceland, where Elvis Presley lived for many years, and they gave us some Elvis Presley guitar picks, which I've got in my scouting box, which I should have remembered, and I could have showed you. I put it in a vlog today about Gilwell Reunion. I just put like a 5-second slideshow of the scouts that I met last year. I met some awesome scout leaders from around the world,
and some scout ambassadors as well. Like Ed came to see us, didn't he?
We're talking about that story in a minute. Hopefully, Gilwell Reunion was back to normal next year. If it is, I'll happily come and go. Only been a leader a couple of years since turning 18 and not been to Gilwell. Fantastic, Matt. I'm pretty sure Reunion will be back on next year.
I hope so.
It's it's got to go. What did we laugh at? Ed Stafford. So every year they get what they call a key speaker to speak on a Sunday afternoon. So we've had Bear Grylls do some amazing speeches. That was a couple of years ago. Last year, who was last year?
I couldn't make last year.
I can't remember the key speaker last year. Don't know. But the year before, 2018, was Ed Stafford. And Ed Stafford was right next to the Bush Scout stall. And actually, Jeremy, who just posted it, everyone had his thumbnail is a picture of him and Ed. And I managed to go and speak to Ed Stafford, drag him over to the Bush Scout, stand and got some pictures with the team and stuff. And that was really, really cool.
Yep.
But camping in a garden is not the same as camping. Well, you don't have to queue for the toilet.
No, there is that.
There's lots of things, but yeah, I agree. It's not the same atmosphere. There's no drunken people or people trying to nick your flags, trophy hunters. We'll talk about that in just a minute. So anyway, so Ed Stafford is talking about his year, what he's done, how he's became the person that he is, an adventurer. But what was very funny was about Ed Stafford. He swore nearly every other word was a swear word. Controversial, wasn't it? Controversial. And that just gave me ammo. We went on first Facebook, started typing, what did you think about Ed Stafford's talk? And it was lighting the paper. It went mental. But that's the way he is. Like if you start speaking to me, I do swear quite a lot. I'm conscious that I'm not swearing here because I'm streaming. But that's just the person that he is, isn't it? You know, but he upset quite a lot of people. So Gustavo was asking how many people attend Gilwell Reunion. Last year it was just over 2,000 leaders. I got that stats fresh this morning for my vlog. Yeah.
You've still got a vlog you haven't put out, haven't you? From was it the year before that or the year before that?
The year before. No, it was 2018. Last year we met an important scout dignitary, didn't we, Mark? And that's exactly what I'm talking to Jeremy. Yes, no, Jeremy is referring to the commissioner joke that I can't talk about anymore.
Don't get yourself into any small trouble.
That's what he's doing. Right, so changing the subject. Not done anything for a reunion today. Has had 6 scouts out doing the expert challenge. They are now at home camping, cooking in the gardens. We met back in the morning for a second. Oh, that is fantastic. Well done.
That's really good. That's
Beautiful.
Really good.
Excellent.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm in a red area, so I can't do anything yet.
Oh, you're still red.
I'm still red. Well, around Manchester, it's just if you can make heads or tails of the lockdown stuff in Manchester, please let me know because we're all confused. Okay,
everyone's confused.
Really simply, we're all confused. But we're still red for scouting up here, so I can't do it.
I'm not laughing at that. The Campfire 1,000 Scouters was pretty amazing. Campfire's great. It's really, really good. I think that's one thing that brings everyone together, isn't it? You know, is the campfire. And it's been like, you know, so on a Friday night, what I do when I'm with Bush Scout is always spend the Friday night with the guys around the campfire. On the Friday night, Saturday night is off to the lid, see the band, off to the pub, and then back to the campfire around about midnight to spend the rest of the evening with the guys drinking port and playing games.
Scouting. Yeah, because that's where I am in Stockport.
Oh, maybe you know each other. Maybe not.
Well, maybe
you do. So me and Max have been practicing a little thing, right? Max, I've got your Gilwell badge here.
Oh.
Ready? Oh, he spoilt it again. I was going to pass it across. He practiced it last week.
Yeah, I know you did. I'm sorry. I messed that one up. Yeah. Throw it over. Throw it out. Just throw it. Just throw it over.
Oh, you doubled. Bring mine back then.
Really? I've got one for my blanket and then...
No, one to me. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Just done it. Just got one I want now. You've got it now.
Hey,
There you go.
beautiful. Excellent. Thanks for that.
Took some time. That's the latency that we normally shaking the steady. That's the latency we normally have on these things.
Wiggins Amber, great matches, great expectation. Ooh.
Yeah, so it's so we're Amber in real life, but in just in that little area, Amber.
That little pocket.
But Scouting's still red.
So, guys, once again, if you want to come and join me and Max live on this vlog, all you got to do is have a webcam and a microphone, and you can come and chat with us and go with the flow. Who would like to step up? It's Gilwell Reunion, Saturday night, half night. Come and speak to the legends.
Is the boss coming on?
The boss is with his family. We'll see. Let's see if the boss will come. When we refer to the boss, that's not Bear Grylls. He's not the real boss. The real boss, Bush Scout. Let's see if he will join us, because Collins, he's still looking around the Essex Chase trying to find where the pub is. That's not going to happen. So, guys, what's happening? How have you spent Reunion today? Have you been like us, dipping in and out, or have you just kind of thought, you know what, I'm done with virtual campfires and scouting and stuff? It'd be great to get your feedback. Can you believe those badges? Man, I sent that package about 3 months ago. It's really, really, really upsetting. It will turn up in about 5 years' time. We'll be like, what these random badges sent to Brazil? But hey ho, never mind. All right, come on, guys. We need some takers of people who want to come and chat to us. Come on, we need some people. Otherwise, it's gonna be a slow vlog.
Well, it's not been slow so far, is it?
Nah. Right, come on. Let's see. It's been over 2 months. Yeah. Been spent day moving boxes out my house into self-storage. Have you been? Are you moving house, Andy? Yeah. So let's see. Maybe we could see if anyone is online. Maybe you can invite Tim Kidd or Kester. Let's see if Kester is around.
Right. So what have we got tomorrow? Some stuff on. There's some growth stuff going on in.
Leon's learning firelight is beautiful.
Excellent. Lid's got some stuff on safe scouting. There's some community impact stuff, inclusion, world scouting going on. Some stuff on digital skills, which will be good. Raspberry Pis and all that kind of good stuff. Our heritage. So there's quite a lot going on tomorrow, including the Bush Scout stuff. Ooh.
There is the Bush Scout that is coming very, very soon. I want to, if you've never been to Reunion, or if you have been to Reunion, I just want to see if you've ever seen. This is like one of my favorite things. I like to walk up Essex Chase and see this band. Have you seen this band? They play.
It's not coming through very loud, Mark. You've got a sound issue.
I love that. It's one of my highlights of Reunion is seeing the Christmas brass band. It's awesome, and as you can see, Gustavo just nipped in, asking if he can be a fire. Yeah, so Gustavo wants to join us.
Okay.
Let's try and get Gustavo on here. Cool, guys. So like I say, if you want to come and join us, please do. All you need is a webcam and a microphone. And bear in mind, we are live.
And a puppet.
And a puppet.
No, you don't need a puppet. I've got the puppet. It's okay.
Great to see you guys supporting Reunion. Absolutely. Thank you, Facebook user. So when you use it, you have to let us. There's a little setting to say accept. What I call my ways. So we've got 2 people going to come and join us. Actually.
Okay.
Let's
Excellent.
see. The first one. He looks happy today. Look at that.
Oh,
Hi.
hey,
Hello.
It's Gustavo.
Gustavo.
How are you doing?
Welcome.
All good,
All
man.
right.
Thank
Very
you.
good. And you?
You know, do you know why do I always ask to participate?
Go on.
Because I don't have a lot of people to speak in English here, so this is like a really good opportunity for me. So
So
I won't waste it.
in a nutshell,
Excellent.
you're just using us, aren't you?
Exactly. I don't want to talk to you. I just want to learn English.
Ah,
Okay, fair enough.
No, I'm just kidding.
Uh,
go on and talk. So, if you're doing your world challenge badge or something like that, and you need some scouting, from around the world, we've got lots and lots of contacts. So Gustavo here is from Brazil. We've got another scout leader coming on from Canada. So hopefully Ian will be joining us very soon. He wants to come and join us. So we'll speak to scouts in Canada. I used to DJ at Gilwell Winter Camp, but never done any other events. Winter Camp. It's one of the camps that actually I can't go. But what I do drop in for 2 or 3 hours just to say hello to the team. But it's one of the camps that's real tricky time of the year for me being at home. But I know the guys at Bush Scout love it at Winter Camp, and it does get rather muddy. Gustavo, have you ever seen a muddy camp?
Yes, of course. I guess like more than half of the camps that I've been have been muddy. One time, like I believe it was 2015, I was in a campery in another state here in Brazil, and was during winter. Not, of course, not like your winter, but what we call winter. And we were having a tropical storm, something like that. And so whenever the ground was like, I don't know, maybe 10 centimeters of pure mud or more, was like half of the participants just abandoned the camp. It was raining, never stopped. But it was cool.
Nice. Gustavo, a quick question for you.
Okay.
Where is Rochdale, Greater Manchester?
It's in Greater Manchester, UK.
on a map, if you had a map in front of you, where in England is it?
Right
Higher,
here.
Lower? No.
No, okay. It's
No, it's not that way. It's not.
okay. Let me see.
Hello to Liam, by the way.
I don't know where it is.
They talk strange, a bit like Max. They're up north, so Manchester. They all talk strange.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wide Gamer. Hi. Hello. There's actually a video of me on YouTube doing my last. Oh, send us the link. We'd love to see that one.
Yeah.
Hey, I bet Leanne I was speaking to a short while ago on Scout Link. Oh, okay, nice, excellent. We are northwest. Excellent, cool. And Gustavo, get a map or a globe. I agree. Right, let's go even more international. We're going west again.
Okay, let's go for it.
Gustavo, a question for you.
Oh,
send us the link. We'd love to see that one.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hey, I bet Leanne I was speaking to a short while ago.
Got a bit of feedback there, Ian.
Nice.
I think you need a phone.
Go put headphones in.
Get your headphones in, Ian.
We'll mute Ian for 2 seconds, and then Should we
He's
watch
watching
him?
this. Yeah,
Shall we watch it?
yeah. Bring him up full screen and we'll just watch him now.
How quickly can Ian get?
He's sorting it out. He's sorting it out.
The race is on. The race is on.
Now he's panicking.
Let's try. Let's
Take
see.
him off. Take him off me now. See with that.
Is that better?
Hey!
Excellent. So, Gustavo,
Excellent.
Ian, I can't remember. Oh, he's muted himself. Why has he muted himself? Gustavo, Ian's from Canada. Where in the world is Canada?
Above the United States.
Oh, Ian's shaking his head. Is that the wrong answer?
You're on mute there, Ian. So
I tried to unmute, but he's muted himself. But yeah,
Unmute yourself, Ian.
this is like being on a Zoom call, isn't it?
There we go.
Yeah.
hey!
Excellent.
Oh, David's asking how he joins.
Excellent. Cool. So what time of the day is it at the moment?
4:45.
4:45. And Gustavo?
5:42.
Ooh,
5:42.
Does-
an hour ahead.
Is
We
it
need someone
correct?
from Asia now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Someone from Australia.
No, Australia, Asia.
Okay, but also someone from Australia.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But there's one country we won't allow. Well, there's not enough space in this. What country won't we allow in?
Hmm.
You be
Max is
careful.
Manchester.
Manchester, yeah.
Okay.
So Ian, are you
It's
having a reunion
It's
as well?
another country.
Yeah. Are you having a reunion as well this
I
weekend?
think ours is next week, and it's virtual as well.
Virtual.
Yeah,
And in
so
Brazil-
it's always because we have Labor Day here.
Yep.
So it's always the weekend after that.
Okay. And in Brazil, do you have reunion, Gilwell Reunion?
Yeah,
You do?
every Saturday.
No, not.
Yeah, I'm just participating here because today we ended the reunion earlier, but it's usually this time we're in the activity.
North Korea. We'll end this now. All right, let's go to South London. David's here. Hey, David, how we doing?
Very well.
Excellent, cool. So we need some females. Otherwise, we're going to get in trouble for being an all male team. But
Yep.
David, do you want to pretend to be in another country?
So hang on a minute. If Leanne's got a webcam and wants to come on, then we can certainly out.
I can sort this out. Hang on 2 seconds.
Oh, he's going to nip next door and turn into a different country. What's he going to do?
Oh,
We could also.
that reminds me.
We'll bring a flag.
Oh, they're all going. Oh,
Where's everyone going? Oh God! There's something we said.
one's walked away. Is it that bad?
That's terrible.
Except Africa, Australia, and
I
Antarctica.
can pretend I was there.
Ah, look at that. He's got an English necker. Nice.
Yeah, fantastic.
Oh.
You'll just have to pretend.
Hang on. Wait.
Wow.
Wait. Hang on.
I'll take one for the team happily this evening. So it's all good.
Who have we got? You need to change your name as well, David.
Who shall I be?
David.
Be Colette.
Davina.
How is everybody this evening?
Good.
Fine.
Excellent.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
we have to say today because we're in different time zones now, David.
Of course.
Yeah.
But it's called
If we had
Saturday.
someone from Australia, he would be in another day.
Howie today and tomorrow. Yeah. But, hey,
That would be good. That would be good.
You look way better, David.
It's quite hot.
Take out,
as in
David,
temperature.
take out recycling. You met me. Oh, excellent. Twitch. Thank you. That's great.
Neat.
Where did you meet me? At Reunion. In fact, Colin was at a. I like this comment. He looks far more comfortable in that wig. Well, we're not going to ask David to stand up because he's probably got a skirt or something as well.
I could sort that out as well, actually.
No. It's Saturday night. So Colin was at Damey campsite doing some crew maintenance there, and there was a family there that came up to Colin and said, "You're the guy off YouTube." He's made it. He's famous now. Colin is. We could also play a game. Where in the house are we? So, David,
Where in the house are we?
David has got a boiler in his background.
I'm in the kitchen.
He's in the kitchen. Max is
it's
he's given up.
It's too hot.
I had to lose the other necker.
And Gustavo is in his bedroom as well.
Yes.
Right, we
Fantastic.
need to find a female. Come on, ladies. I know there's lots of people watching this. We need a female, and don't be scared. We won't virtually bite you. It's all good. So, David, you got a shout out today as well on the thanks session, didn't you? You got a little mention.
I think today's been a lot of gratitude shown for a lot of the things that a lot of people have been doing over the last 6 to 9 months. So I think that's an incredibly good thing. I was having a conversation earlier on with some of the guys in the speed dating thing, which worked really well actually. And I think that one of the great things that has come out of the whole COVID episode is the communication, the connecting, and everything else that's gone on over the past 6 to 9 months. There's connections that would never have happened under normal circumstances, and I think that's absolutely fantastic and testament to the individuals and people just getting on with it and talking.
Absolutely.
Last Saturday, my group. We were in an online meeting with scouts from Argentina, because here in South America we have like this badge that's called like South Cone. In English, Portuguese would be Cone Sul, that you have to like meet and travel to other countries in this region so you can get this badge, this insignia.
Nice. And I know he's been doing some Zoom sessions as well. I've done one of them where you've been trying to connect leaders as well around the world who are all doing social media. That's been awesome. You know, Ian, we've been talking to by YouTube and Instagram and emails and stuff. And I've done quite a lot of Zoom sessions with other Scout Cub packs from around the world. You know, I remember we did it in Australia. My daughter came along and she was mind blown that it was pitch black at home, but the sun was out, and she was like, "But Daddy, it's yeah." She couldn't understand that. So yeah, like you say, David, I think the whole linking has just been awesome. Ian, what's it like in Canada? I'm pretty sure you guys are all in the same situation as us.
Yeah, we can start getting back to scouting outdoors as long as we're 2 meters apart. So we're starting that up. Unfortunately, the school board here where I am delayed the start, and it was the first night of our scouts. So it's like, So we're trying to figure out what's that? Almost, we're so close. We're ready to get back, and the school had a delay. But like you said, we've talked to scouts also from Brighton and RAF in England. So it's been great, and looking around and talking to more. And just in Canada in general, they're talking about having a monthly just Zoom call for scouters to get on and talk and exchange ideas. kind of like a mini Gilwell every month, but not really.
It's a great idea because it gets people talking and sharing, and instead of us all having exactly the same challenges, people are now sharing, which is just like, why have we not been doing it before? Which is just fantastic.
Yeah, and one of the reasons we were able to get through the summer is because, a shout out to Janet, Scouter Janet, that's been on here. That we met with them virtually. They were also on Thursday night, so we had a troop meeting together, and the two troops got together, and now we're going to plan a hike together.
Oh, that's awesome.
Everything's kind of vast here. We've met with Niagara Falls troops, and we've had like joint meetings and just have like a Kahoot or something.
And on another good note, David sent me this challenge. I think it was the beginning of the year or end of last year to do the Scout London Marathon Mile.
Mm.
And I accepted it, and thankfully it's been cancelled. That's another really beneficial.
It's going to happen, though. It's going to happen. They're doing they're going to be doing it virtually this half term, so that will all be coming out shortly. But it will be happening again next year, definitely.
I thought you had a personal trainer. I thought you were supposed to be getting fit and doing personal training, and this would just be a doddle for you. But you said you could do. You said you could do 2 or 3 of these with no problem.
But Max, then he turned 40.
I am over the hill.
Right, let's get back. So Twitch met me at the caravan and camper. Oh yes, at the NEC. I remember that. I spent a whole week there. That's really cool. And you started your channel. Oh man, if you haven't seen Scout's channel, it's awesome. It's been talking. He's an American scouter, talking about how the Americans get their badges and stuff like that, and that's a really good channel. If you just search for that, that's his username channel. It's really, really good. We're doing a collab very soon, and in fact, the collaboration that we did, Dwayne nicked my idea, and Dwayne did it on Instagram. So I'm a bit. I'll speak to Dwayne about that. He nicked it. I was talking to him.
Called sharing. Like, sharing's caring.
He was trapped in his hotel for 48. Was it 48 hours? 72 days. And I was talking to him, and I was like, "Mate, this is the idea," and he nicked it.
Our viewers say sharing.
Yeah.
And then our scouts always pull the wise in the use of the resources.
Johnson camping feels like he's in Antarctica in this field. He's not far away. Yeah. So come on, ladies. We need some more ladies to come and join us. To apparently I'm talking too loud. My wife just texted me
from the next room.
She just WhatsApped me. Stop talking. Like you've never nicked any ideas. I don't nick. I acquire. No.
Appropriate.
Yeah. This is not good.
Expand upon.
Yeah.
But he blatantly nicked my idea that I was going to do with him.
They're not copyrighted.
Taxi for Mark. Taxi for Mark.
Yeah. He musketeered it. Is that how you say it in America? You musketeered it.
That's a good saying.
Yeah, sharing only goes so far.
Well, if it only goes so far, it needs to be pushed to go further, then, doesn't it?
I think
sharing and caring should never stop.
We need this. He musketeered it. Is that an American? I love that. Musketeered it. That's good. And that's actually part of the Gilwell Reunion, isn't it? It's sharing all the ideas and stuff, networking and stuff like that.
So how does Gilwell Reunion work? Like the leaders are divided in patrols. How does it work?
Wow. That's a very... I know these people aren't watching, so I can say it. So some people, they have their pitch in Gilwell Reunion. Max, I'm going to get in trouble now, don't you? Because they probably are tuning into this. So some people have their pitch at Gilwell Reunion, and you are not allowed to camp in that pitch. They've pitched in that place since
40 years.
Yeah, 40 years. So no, people don't camp in patrols or whatever. It's just, I think for leaders, it's just to go down there, say hello, learn some new things, and network and stuff. So it's not strict about scouting and camping, and that's all. It's all good. One for one, all for one.
Musketeer.
I get it.
Everything makes sense now.
Yeah. Have you been to Reunion, David?
No, never. No reason. No reason why not. September is usually quite a busy month for us, activity-wise.
Yep.
So we're usually off doing stuff most weekends. I don't know why. We always tend to do more in the winter months than the summer months. So September through to about March is normally the busiest time of year for us.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but I'm definitely going next year, 100%.
You got to go. Reunion is one of the first events that I put in my diary. It's a really good event. Is it just as big in Canada, Ian?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's big. We've got Blue Springs Park. That's that's where you got to go if you're going to go get your reunion or get your beads. Then you got to go there. But and there's one up near Ottawa as well. So, I mean, it's dwindled.
Yeah.
But now they've done the same like you guys have done, is expanded it so you don't have to have your beads and you don't have to necessarily be an active leader. So you can come back to, as long as you've got those beads, you can come back, or if you're an active leader, you can go. And yeah, we've got a lot of younger people as well too, right? So
yeah, you can take your kids to it, but it's not, you can't, like, your scouts can't attend it. If it's your kids, then they can come. But yeah, it's not openly advertised for children at all. And like I said, there's no events for the young people to do. It's all targeted for adults on learning and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's some of the traditions too that the being under 18 are not suitable for.
Well,
like
it does
a lot of hugging.
As long as there's just hugging, that's
right.
Yeah. I think that's the negative thing about Reunion. That some people go there and they do cane it a bit because there's no kids around and they're not with their family, whatever. So people do get rather merry. I've never done that before. I've never gone to the Queen Squiffy pub and decided let's get as many selfies with as many high scouters such as Tim Kidd, Graham, Kester. I would never have done that. I would never have kept posting and spamming a certain person.
Colin's on.
Never.
Colin's here. Hey, Colin.
Colin's here finally. Get on,
The
Colin.
real big man in the woods.
He's still walking around Essex trying to find the look. But no, I think like Reunion it's like this, like just chatting to people that you might not have even met before. And this campfire's going and people will just come up to the campfire and kind of go, oh guys, do you mind if I come in and say hello to you? And people just start chatting and I love that bit about Reunion.
Actually, I got a funny story from Gilwell. So I took my dad with me the first year because he's old time scouter. Got him all signed up, got him in there. We're sitting at the table and there's a scouter sitting across and she goes, who's that guy next to Ian? And the other scouter goes, that's his dad. And she goes, no, what's his name? It was her rover advisor.
Oh, wow.
And so we're like, that's a small world, right? I mean, we do move around in Canada, but it was her. And she had actually married one of the fellow rovers. So he was there too. She's like, Camp, come here.
That's awesome.
That was cool.
So there's one thing we have to discuss. Martin, you brought it up before. And that's the trophy hunters.
Oh yeah. Stealing flags.
Yeah.
Well, I think some people go one further. The whole trophy hunting is okay as long as you return it back. And we've had a few events at Gilwell over the past kind of 2 or 3 years that whether it's been stolen or trophy hunt or whatever, but coming to nick an actual flag that cost 50, 60 quid. And then the whole point of trophy hunting is that you return it back. But we've lost a whole lot of flags over years. It's a real shame.
That happens at a lot of the guild. That happens a lot of the big scouting activities, though, doesn't it? It's meant to be a bit of a giggle, and people do get phenomenally upset about it quite fast. Well, which is
it's the money side of things, because if the flag costs 60 quid and someone decides I'm just going to nick that, that's 60 quid. And that's not fair. That's not playing ball.
Hold it to
And-
ransom.
And
Go on.
you know, scout law. A scout is to be trusted.
Leo is asking, am I right in saying there was a big oak tree at Gilwell?
Don't start don't start that, Mark. No. Yes, there is.
There is. And again, I got in trouble for this one. So I don't know if I can publicly say this one. So Gilwell has
killed
been
the tree.
asking. No, it's a suggestion I gave Gilwell. So Gilwell are trying to raise fundraising.
No, she
Here
won't
I
come
am,
on.
Max. So
I
Gilwell
was
are
just
trying
trying
to
to get the club leader on, but she won't come on.
female. So
I
Gilwell are trying
think-
to raise fundraising money, right? They're trying to
I
get
think
some-
Lucy Cox is going to join us, so I don't know how she's good.
Where's Lucy?
She's just messaged me back saying she's looking for her headphones, so I think she'll be joining us in a minute.
Okay, cool.
Well, she will now if she's watching this.
She has no choice. So Gilwell are trying to get some extra money to fundraise and run some money and stuff. So my suggestion was to chop down the Gilwell oak tree and sell it for firewood. No?
No, I don't think so.
Why?
Yeah. Gilwell, they didn't find that one.
No, they wouldn't like that stuff.
I did get a comment about that. Right, comment about I've been to a few jamborees where they don't mind trophy hunting on last night or even the event slogans, banners, etc. as they will be binned the next day and branded with. The thing with trophy hunters, like, you don't agree. That's the thing, you know. When we get when the Bush Scout flags, they get nicked. They're like 60 or quid. But if it's like a sign or it's a real difficult one because, you know, yeah, it's fun to get trophy hunters, but this is personal cash that we're taking out our own scouts, you know. But if it's, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
What they should do is a big site like Gilwell should put out about 50 flags and put a prize on them and distribute them throughout the site, and then but they only get the kudos of receiving them if they actually take them and hand them in somewhere central. So that would work, almost like a kind of a wide game thing, but for leaders. And they would get leaders would get hugely, if you gave them a free necker or something, they'd get hugely excited about that, wouldn't they? Or a badge.
You could do a capture the flag game with airsoft or what?
Hey.
Nice
Free
badge.
badge.
Just over each other.
Just a big man in the woods one there, Ian.
No, it's a sparrowhawk around here. There we go.
Hey,
Indoor campfire nursery.
Gustavo would show some badges, but they haven't arrived yet.
3 months later.
I had to twist the knife a little.
Leanne, your video's frozen. Just refresh, I'm guessing. Also, Jotty's happening within the next few months. That's in October. I'm looking forward to participating in that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you can. As a young person, I think you've still got to get parental permission to join Jotty as a young person. But yeah, go for it. It's been
Jotty, yeah.
That's been really good. David, do you do Jotty? Do you do Jotty or Jotta?
I didn't last time because I was otherwise engaged, but we've definitely been encouraging our groups to get involved. I think it's another. I mean, obviously it's online, so it's kind of been expected where people would connect. But I think this year it will be bigger and better because it's such a focus of connection for people, and it's a great idea. Some of the groups in our county set up almost like IT centres for the weekend. Which is amazing. So groups can turn up if they haven't got the IT equipment at home or they know how to do it. And it's another way to get people to connect in different languages and you know, different places. It's amazing.
1,000 people. Voice chat. Yeah, TeamSpeak. I've been doing some voice chat recently about that. I think Jotty is going to be a lot bigger than. I think you're absolutely right there. I think, yeah, definitely. It's not Zoom, so.
I wonder if the Jotty activities are like the same or at least related with like all countries, because it's supposed to be an international activity, but I don't know. I would like to know that.
Hi, Lucy. How are we doing?
Log on, Lucy. Hurry up. Chop chop.
Didn't they do a special one in May?
Yeah, they did an ad hoc.
Yeah.
Wasdom did an ad hoc one. I didn't do that. I don't know how successful it was. But it is such a good idea to just the different languages. We did a meeting with Shige out in Japan, and the language difference was hilarious. It was brilliant. Just everything about it was brilliant. We had Kana who did the translation for. So we had a group of 10 of their scouts, 10 of ours, and leaders from both sides, and one translator between us. And she did such a good job.
Wow.
And it was amazing. It was amazing to see the different uniforms, hear about what they do. All the different questions. It was really good. It was well worth doing.
Yep.
Is there any rain that I made? The only rain I made. Oh, okay. Cool. So yeah, Jotties. It's like I haven't actually tapped into that well. 1999 was our first Jotty. Oh wow. Oh, that's cool. Max, you're really IT. Have you done Jotty?
Yeah, so my district used to actually run a technology camp at the same time as Jotter and Jotty.
They do that at Gilwell Park.
Yeah, unfortunately, the people it didn't really get the leaders to come and help follow it on and run it again. So it kind of it failed. But that was, you could go and do a whole set of badges like photography and the IT badges as they were then, and yeah, they were making little piano circuits and all kinds of different things. It was fantastic, and then they got on the radios and did all the Morse code and all that kind of stuff. So it was really good. Matt's off. Night, Matt.
Beauty sleep. Reunion next year, definitely. Come next year. That'd be great.
Yeah, hopefully see you there.
We could do a. Well, we were going to do a live stream, actually. That was one of our plans. Me and Max would come out right at the beginning about doing a live thing from Gilwell Reunion. And we had lots of ideas. I talked to Andy about it.
Yep.
We were working out how we're going to get internet in the campsite. And then, yeah, nothing.
Yeah, a bit like we get it to your shed. We were going to run a massive wire from your house all the way to Gilwell.
Don't remind me about those beginning of those days. I got interviewed yesterday for the Scouting Reunion newspaper, and we were talking about like.
Well, the only one way you got the mention.
Yeah, that's another subject. We're talking about that. So basically, they asked me to interview, and I mentioned Max so many times. I mentioned Colin. I mentioned Colin's cat attacking him, and they didn't write any of it. They just wrote about me. Right, let's go for.
Did the puppet get a mention?
Say again?
Did Max's puppet get a mention?
No, I didn't mention the puppet. Right.
Oh, good grief!
Didn't mention puppet. Right, we've got leader number 6. Who's this going to be tonight on Gilwell Reunion Live? Here we go.
You're on.
Lucy is showing us around a house.
Are you hiding in the dark?
I am. I'm just coming through to turn some light on.
We normally incorporate international activity badge into it. I won't be able to do it this year. Yeah. Excellent.
Right, I'm on.
Look at that. Lovely lighting. Excellent. Right, Lucy, tell us a little bit where you're from. Where do you scout?
I am in Bedfordshire. I'm district beaver leader for Biggleswade.
Biggleswade?
Yeah.
I know Biggleswade.
I'm also on the county protection team.
Nice.
So it's a bit here and there and everywhere at the moment. And we've done loads and loads of virtual scouting during lockdown. So.
Oh, that's cool.
It's all going. And we're currently in the process of planning our next one, which is due at the end of the month. Big virtual weekender.
Oh, that's good.
Excellent.
So have you been to Reunion before?
I went last year for the first time.
And how did you find it?
absolutely loved it and was thoroughly looking forward to this year, especially because I've been shielding, and it would have been a nice way to get back into the swing of things. And
Yeah.
I can't go.
And did you go for the whole weekend?
I did last year, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, went down, I think about 5 o'clock on the Friday night and then left
Oh, that was brave.
late afternoon. It wasn't too
Yeah.
bad, actually. I think I just missed the traffic.
Yeah, that's
We
good.
went in. It was literally just as we came in to Gilwell itself, it was getting blocked up.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was really good.
So what's your take on Reunion? If someone's never been before, how would you kind of sum it up?
I would sum it up as a really good place to sort of network with people with similar interests. Obviously, meet people you would never meet in normal walks of life.
Yeah.
Loads of things to try and do. Get lots of badges. History of scouting is really interesting. I think they were just starting to badges. The history of scouting. I think was that last year they just opened it up, the start of the museum.
The heritage, but yeah.
So that was interesting to see because I've got some heritage stuff with my own family at home. So it was interesting to see that. But no, it's just really nice to get down and socialise and chat all things scouting with like-minded people. So
Yeah, you
And
can
have
geek
lots
out a
of
little bit, can't you? It's like I heard my wife's not really bothered about scouting. Like, oh, come on, I just want to.
Just bothered about you making noise in the kitchen, Mark.
Exactly.
Texting you to be quiet.
Stop talking. Like, you know, the last stream she moaned about when we were talking about risk assessments, but we're not talking about that tonight. Yeah. So Lucy, Saturday night, what would you normally be doing at Gilwell Reunion?
what would I normally be doing at Reunion?
What did you do this time last year?
This time last year we was around Campfire.
Okay.
I think the Saturday night I was with Dwayne and Phoebe, I think.
Oh, around the campfire. Yeah. And Dwayne and Phoebe. Oh yeah, Dwayne and Phoebe are up to mischief this weekend, aren't they?
Yeah, they are indeed. Dwayne's got my necker as well, so we're hoping it goes to the South Pole.
He's not going to the South Pole this weekend.
No. No, when they do go.
Yeah, just remember, I'm just flying in, flying out. It's fine.
Let's text him now. Let's try and get Dwayne. Should I try and get Dwayne on?
Get Dwayne on.
All right.
That'd be brilliant.
So did you go to the Lid on Saturday night?
No.
Did you go to the Queen Squiffy?
No, I didn't go to the Squiffy.
That's all right. That's okay. Right.
I was. I think we went back to the campfire. I think we went looking for someone on the Quick that had wandered off, and all we could see was them at the bottom of the Quick with their flashing necker. And then the necker disappeared, and we were like, "Where have they gone?" So we went out on a rescue mission with 2 torches at about midnight.
Oh dear. All right. I'm just texting. I've just texted Dwayne. Let's see. I upset him, so he was asking for things to do in this hotel, and I suggested to do cosmic yoga. And if you've never seen cosmic yoga, you're like, what the is this? And the whole point is that he wouldn't preview it until he went to do it live on Instagram, and then he messaged me afterwards saying like,
Could you demonstrate it for us now?
I'm going to ask him.
Get him on to do some
cosmic yoga and ask him why he nicked my idea. Right, let's see what's happening here. Question for Lucy. Since you're in Bedfordshire, have you ever stayed at Chellington Centre? And is it a place we are considering for a short camp?
I've never even heard of Chellington Centre.
Uh-oh.
Nope.
No.
So she's never came there.
That's a new one on me.
Easy question. So yeah, if you've got some questions, we've got Brazilian Scout in the house, we've got Canadian Scout in the house, we've got David who's confused if he's David or Davina. Yeah, so you can find some questions out. We've got Puppet in the house as well.
Where's the wild cat?
Where's the wild cat? He's still looking for Essex Chase. I don't know where Colin is. Don't know where he is. So going to Lucy, because me and Max have always been to Reunion as a instructors and stuff, but you've been there as a participant. What did you come away with it? What kind of things did you learn from Reunion?
there's like so many different activities that you could do. I mean, the cave bus was there last year.
Yeah.
And that blew me. It was just like I didn't even know something like that existed.
Yeah.
And being quite small, for me, it was brilliant. Adults getting
Wasn't
stuck
for me.
behind me. After 3 hours through it, I found it quite easy. I found quite a few pound coins in there as well, actually.
Probably mine.
Didn't they have to get a new bus for you, Mark? After they cut you out of the last one.
Well, they do have a double decker, don't they?
And I just do that.
Need the night bus.
The night bus. No, what David? Do you remember the bendy bus in London?
Yeah.
One of those.
Bus. I remember the
They
bendy
need
bus.
they need one of those.
No, cave bus do have a double decker, and the I'm sure the sides come off it in case people get stuck in it.
Yeah, they do. The one at Gilwell last year, the sides came off because they did say
Yeah.
if anyone could stop, they can drop the
So
sides.
if somebody's been obviously to Chubby's filling up on the burgers before they go in the cave bus, they can still get them out.
No more chubbies, mate. No
I was going
more.
to say, Chubby's last year.
Yeah, end of an era.
So people are asking me what is the cave bus?
It's a bus refitted with tunnels in it, basically, isn't
Yeah,
it?
like plywood.
Yeah,
they
it's
construct loads of tunnels inside it via plywood, all sorts of shapes and sizes. You do have to be double jointed to go around some of the bends. Hypermobility helps.
It's really
Basically-
good if it's dry. If it's wet and muddy,
Yeah, it's
it's
muddy,
really not
yeah.
nice.
This is a quick so that's about the outside
Oh
of
yeah, cool.
the cave bus, and then inside is just kind of basic tunnels and stuff.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they'll be using them going forward for normal transport because they're great for social distancing.
Right, question for Ian and Gustavo. Do you have any activity centers in your countries, or do you just go camping at a site or in a field?
Ooh.
Got lots of camps around. So Scouts Canada has lots of properties. They are starting to reduce them, but like I mentioned, Blue Springs has got an obstacle course and climbing wall and lots of fields to camp in and woods. Let's see, we have my favorite, Camp Manitou, which is a scout camp that I went to as a kid. So it's got a couple of cabins, and pines to go camping in, and fields to play in, and giant hill to go tobogganing on.
Nice.
So used to always be down the hill, you hit the wall. But over to Gustavo.
No, we don't. I mean, I think we have, like, here in my region, I think we have one, like, I would call camp, but it's more like for leaders training. So whenever the scouts want to go camping, you have to maybe talk to a farmer or find a ranch or, I don't know, public land that you can camp in. We don't have this proper scout camps that you have there. And for one side, it's kind of cool because you're in a farm and you're actually you don't have things already made or already prepared, so you have to do it, find wood and whatever. I think it's more, as I believe you can say, roots. I'm not sure, but I think it would be also cool to have some proper scouts camps with like climbing walls and I don't know.
I've got a question for everyone. I know the answer already. Do you like cake?
Clearly.
Yeah, we are.
Max is upset because he didn't get any cake, but I did. All right. So, Simon's asking, what's the best campfire snack to have with you? Jaffa cakes.
Oh, Jaffa cakes. But is a Jaffa cake a cake or is it a biscuit?
Oh, don't start that again.
Let's mute David.
Get stale, David.
Right. So Jaffa cake, Max.
Yes. Well, I eat anything. I would say burgers, but as they got banned before because of K-buses.
Snack.
No, well, yeah. If it
Quick.
Peanuts.
Peanuts. All right, Gustavo, snack. What's your campfire snack?
I don't have a favorite one. I believe like any sort of biscuit or like a fruit, like an apple or whatever. I don't have a personal favorite.
Okay. No. What? Someone said no cake. I prefer sausage roll, Scotch egg.
Oh no, you have sweet stuff.
Scotch egg. Oh man, no, not Scotch eggs. We're not doing Scotch eggs.
I don't mind putting like a sausage on a stick over the fire. That could be a snack.
Yeah. S'mores, of course.
S'mores,
Marshmallows. Okay, let's go non-traditional scouting snacks. Come on, Ian. What do you have in Canada?
See, now you made me think the best thing I ever had at a camp was we have these things called 2-bite brownies over here. They're just little tiny round things. You put 2 of those together with a mint in the middle, put it over the fire for just a minute. It's awesome.
Nice. Campfire popcorn. Not loving that. Chocolate banana. Yeah, chocolate banana. Well done. Yeah, loving that.
Banana buns.
David, what's yours?
The funniest thing I've seen some of our scouts turn up with was sushi. That was just odd, but that was really funny. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool to do something different. Pineapple's always nice in a fire, roasted. I think it's cool to do different stuff and try different things.
Nice.
We
Lucy,
have. Okay, sorry.
What's Lucy's?
I like s'mores, but when we took the beavers camping last year, we got the ice cream cones.
Yep.
Yep.
Break off 2 bars of Cadbury's dairy milk, put them inside, put marshmallow inside, another bit of dairy milk on top, wrap it up in foil, and then leave it on the embers.
Oh, nice
Yeah.
touch.
I've seen it done with mini marshmallows. I like that one.
Yeah.
We have a very popular campfire food here. I don't know if you have it there. I don't know the name in English, but here it's like we take a wood stick and we make like some sort of bread and turn around the stick and put in the campfire.
Like a twist.
The bannock?
I don't know how you call it, but it's like you prepare a bread
on a dampener stick.
Yeah.
And turn around the stick and put it in the campfire.
Very twist.
It's not like the most delicious thing, but it's very popular because it's easy to make.
Okay, we've got someone else just joining us with us now. Everyone breathe in. We're getting launched in this one now.
You just
Wait. Yes. We get up to 10.
Andy's here.
Andy's here. So, this is perfect timing, Andy. We're talking about snacks.
It's getting more like Celebrity Squares every minute. This.
We'll move everyone around in a minute. So bread twists.
Bread twists.
Bannock.
What
What else have we got?
I'm getting hungry now.
Camp donuts, yeah. Camp donuts.
Oh, I can't beat donuts.
Oh, donuts.
Sushi. No one brings sushi.
Andy, you're going to call out for
Andy, what's your snack?
Oh, brownies.
Oh, it's a brownie.
Oh,
Andy,
look at that.
Andy, you're calling out for cake again.
That's a good shout, Andy.
Right. One more. What's this question? Have you ever done a cowboy stew on fire? Cowboy stew.
I don't know what that is.
I think it's like a.
I've
Is
done
that a chili and beans or something?
cheese and stuff and pearl barley in it. Does that count?
Not sure. Bannock with maple syrup is well.
Of course, everything with maple syrup's better.
Canadians happy. Gordon said this dampers is Frankfurt sausage on a stick and wrap them into the air.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
That'd be nice. That would be good.
So does anyone know what a what was it called? Cowboy stew.
Cowboy stew. I've got a feeling it's like a joint of meat that you cook slowly and then you just put the vegetables and everything in one go. Can you do it with Coke on top? I'm sure you can do cowboy stew with Coke and then the Coke breaks it down.
No, I don't know. Andy, have you heard of cowboy?
I have. I just can't remember what the ingredients are.
What's 1 part horse?
That's awesome. Well done.
Mainly because my cubs last year, they had it as an option for them to cook on their survival camp, and they decided not to. So that's why I know of it, but I don't know what's in it.
Okay, cool. See, people are talking about this. See, I don't know. I think it's a stew. Then we've got, I think it's gammon and beans.
Yeah, that's what I think. It's like gammon or a joint, and it's boiled up, and then you put beans and stuff in it. Split peas and pork.
That's what I'm talking about. Can you see it?
Let's have a look. What is Gustavo? Hang on, Gustavo. Let's see what Gustavo is showing us. That's
bread.
Oh, dampers.
Yeah.
Yeah, bread twists or dampers.
Yeah.
Okay, we call it hunter's bread, translating to English.
Okay, right.
Nice.
We've got the answer to cowboy stew. So cowboy stew is basically stick mince and onions, peppers, etc., in a foil packet with an oxy cube and a few tables of water.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're all wrong. We're all wrong. All right. What have we got across the pond? Across the pond is suggesting cinnamon roll dough wrapped in a stick.
Roll dough.
So would you get a pre-made cinnamon roll, or would you make it from scratch?
I'll make it.
Oh, you'd have to make it from scratch because half the fun is making the mess, isn't it?
I'm going to do that tomorrow.
What about this one? Strawberries dipped in marshmallow fluff. So we don't have marshmallow fluff here in England, but I know what you're talking about.
Tesco's down the road from me. Do it.
Oh, do they?
Oh.
We're all going to come to Biggleswade.
Yeah, come to Biggleswade.
Yeah. Did they do dandelion and burdock as well?
I found where to
Controversial.
I found where to do it. Right. What's your favorite thing to cook on a fire?
Chicken. Definitely
Steak.
chicken.
Squirrel.
Beavers.
Oh, Ian's gone.
Ian's got bored of us.
Ian's gone.
Sausages every time.
Worst thing is egg and oh god, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Orange egg.
Yeah, backwards
That's
cooking.
No.
No.
I can taste it.
What is stick mince?
Mince on a stick.
Oh, he's
Oh,
back.
Ian's back.
Ian's back. He's decided to come back.
Have you got mouse problems as well, Ian? They just kind of knock you out.
Yeah, we'll go.
Eggy bread.
Eggy bread, yeah.
Nope. Someone's at the door. Hello.
I see Janet. Please represent.
What else have we got? Any other questions? Let's have a look. There was one earlier on. I did see it. I just got to scroll back up. There was a question.
The cinnamon, we call that like monkey bread here. You have that?
Cinnamon bread.
Cinnamon bread, yeah. Call it monkey bread. It kind of looks like monkey bread in the Dutch oven.
Going back on the cinnamon roll, I would pre-buy the cinnamon roll.
Ooh.
For me.
Ooh.
For me. And I tell my cubs to make it and why they're making it. This is what it should look like.
Yeah. So hang on, David's just gone from wine to coffee, or have you just poured wine into the coffee cup to make it?
Yeah, well, see, I wasn't actually sure if I should be on this video drinking that, so I've just put it in this because then I can pretend it's tea.
Green card.
That's sensible scouting, come on.
Right,
want
next
to-
question. Here we go. What is your preferred method of camping? Sleep in a hammock or in a tent?
Oh, and that depends on who you're with and what you're doing. I mean, if I was away with the kids, I'd definitely take a tent. If I'm away with scouts, I would take a tent, put all the stuff in, and have you just make sure it's all dry, but also sleep in a hammock because a hammock's so comfy.
I've never slept in a hammock.
Oh, brilliant!
Get in there. Get in a hammock.
David.
Really comfy, honestly.
Yeah.
Once you, the funniest thing I've ever we did a survival weekend and we had a new leader, and she decided that she'd make a hammock, and everybody was sat around the campfire watching as she was trying to make it and get in it, and it was so funny. Once if you get a proper hammock and once you get used to the weight distribution and how to get in and out and stuff, it's so comfy.
They are lovely. Never done a hammock. Try it. Was hoping to do it this summer, but COVID. Oh man.
Brilliant.
not that I'm endorsing anyone, but Knapsack do some really good hammocks. And Bush Scout, we have a really good discount code with Knapsack. So if you want to get a hammock, Knapsack's really good. So Lucy, I guess your answer is tent then.
Tent, yeah.
Okay, cool.
No. So this will probably sell out really quickly after I show this. But I'm going to share my screen for a second here, Mark.
Go for
it. Share screen 2. One of these just around the campfire, and that's it.
Have you not seen mine? I bought this maybe about 10 years ago. Yeah.
So you sleep without a tent or a hammock?
Yeah,
No,
you
no.
just sleep. Yeah, you're on the ground.
It's like a big
Do
sleeping
you not
bag.
get wet though?
Well, you might put a mat on, but no, because the bag
Yeah,
that it's in
It's waterproof.
is waterproof.
But they're
What
so
about the
heavy.
books?
They're
And it's got-
so heavy.
It's basically got a sheet and then a blanket around you,
Right.
and then you've got a waterproof bag around you.
Have you got one, Max?
Hmm?
Have you
Yeah.
got one? Yeah.
Two.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah, and no, it's just lovely. But if you round your campfire, see, it's only 20 quid as well. If you round your campfire, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, now, all right, you have to do it when it's a reasonable night, not absolutely hosing it down. But they're great.
What about the
Love it.
bugs?
Bugs, I just eat them.
Okay.
Well, you're gonna get bugs anyway. If you're in a hammock and anywhere where there's sheep and stuff, the funniest thing is when the sheep walk underneath and kind of brush past you.
I mean, hang on though, guys. We've got to think about just how those bugs are a little bit different to ours.
Yeah. Good point.
Of course.
Good point. Ian, what do you do in Canada?
Well, we do. Most of the older kids try to get into the hammocks. We're still in tents pretty much. But we also, in the wintertime, not the Gustavo winter, but we actually build shelters out in the woods and sleep in that with cardboard and that. It's some of the warmest nights. And we had one night, we don't get snow all the time, but we had a really bad winter. So they plowed the driveway out, piled all the snow up, and they made a quincy in there and slept in there and came out sweating in the morning. So
Nice.
yeah, we also had a cabin ready for them. So in case,
Backup plan.
it was very good. So yeah, every January we go out. Beginning of February we go out and camp in shelters.
Look at that bargain.
Wow.
12 biggie bags, £2 each. Nice. Right.
Fantastic.
So, any more questions? Look at this. Celebrity squares. Seven people here. You got 7 people to quiz. So come on, guys. Let's get some more questions in for us all.
Yeah.
What's Max up to?
No, my chair was being a bit naughty.
Squeaky chair, squeaky chair.
I don't have
Ooh, squeaky chair.
No, it's not quite.
Oh,
push.
dear.
I'll go in those again.
David's getting the top up of his wine. More wine. And
Well, means I don't need to move.
Even better. Right, next question. What activity do you do as a leader? Love to teach you around. For me, I have 2. First one, firelighting is like one of my big passions, but my real big passion is first aid, just because that's my job. First aid, emergency aid is one of my best things I do. Max,
Yes.
what activity do you do?
I love all the stuff we do with Bush Scout, to be honest.
One activity.
So I really love the tracking. So taking the scouts down into, when it's been raining, down to the local parks where you've got like the puddles, and get them to try and identify how many dogs, how many people, how many bikes, all that kind of stuff we've gone through, and then which direction and all that kind of stuff is just great.
Nice tracking.
It's great.
Excellent.
Yeah.
David, what's the one activity you do?
I'm a monster firebug. I absolutely love firelighting. I could sit and do it on my own all day, and to have to give the kids all the different methods of firelighting and to see just the glee in their eyes when they get this big line of sparks is just amazing.
Yeah.
And they once they get, when you ask a group of scouts to go and get some sticks and they come back with like a bit of wood this size. So once they actually learn that, if they bring a decent amount of wood back, they can have a proper fire and they can light it and do it themselves. They absolutely love it. It excites me a lot.
Lucy, what's your activity?
I'd have to say that I'm a fellow pyromaniac. I can remember, being about 9-10 years old when my nan and granddad adopted me, sitting in the garden with an old cat food tin, cleaned out, doing my own bonfires in the garden, and learning how to start fires. Totally no health and safety as a child, but a skill that I've learned that I can pass on. And it's just that satisfaction of all sitting around the fire, watching the flames. There's just something magical about it. And you can cook a sausage over it. You can eat. That's the important thing. You can eat. Beavers like to eat. So it's that combination of they get to do something. It's the excitement that, say, they've got a fire striker to work and they've done it the proper way. And yeah, it's just everything about fire, isn't it? It's like a nice social thing as well. It's just, just everything about fire making.
Fire lighting. Right, Max is going to head off. He needs some beauty sleep as well, doesn't he?
Ooh. Yeah, I do. Oh,
He's already switched off already.
The light's gone off.
Time to go.
Yeah, no, I'm going to say good night and I'll leave you to it and catch you again on the next stream.
Cheers, Max. Sleep well.
So,
night.
Thank you, everybody.
Don't forget, dentures out in clean water, yeah?
I'm going to get you back on that one, Mark. Cheers.
See you, man. Right, Gustavo, what's your activity that you like to teach the young people?
I am not a leader yet. I'm still a young member. So, but usually my favorite activities are pioneering building, I don't know, and hiking, I believe.
Yep. Nice.
I like to build stuff.
Cool. Andy, what's your activity?
Well, our group we're renowned for our fire making, but I'm going to break trend with the pyromaniac thing. I'm a massive foodie. You can't tell. I'm a massive foodie, and I love. I take cubs, so from 8 to 10 years old. So very very early on, we try and get them at 8 years old, teaching them to cook. Because if they can cook, I like to take them not able to cook, and then by the time they leave me and go up to scouts, they're able to cook for themselves.
Excellent.
And if they can do it over a fire,
they can do it anywhere.
Excellent. Yeah. Ian.
Oh, all of the above. But the other thing I do like to break total, seeing them get some leadership skills and having some confidence to then do all of this themselves. Right. When they're leading some of our summer events where just one scout getting out there that didn't have a lot of confidence and then gets up and talks in front of on Zoom, leading us in some activity that they're interested in. So
so some personal skills as well. That's good. I love it, that one. Dan is saying favorite is international. Introduce them to different cultures and beliefs, either through trips overseas or activities at the HQ. Second favorite is backwards cooking. Nice. Loving it. So Max has departed us. We have 3 new people that have never been on this stream before. So we have David, Lucy, and Ian, and they've never been asked this question. Here we go, Andy and Gustavo. Guess what the question's been set to us? It's all about tea. How does everyone take their tea? Now, it'll be interesting to know what David says about this one.
This is one of those setup questions, isn't it? Well, see, I would say it depends on what kind of tea you're having.
Oh no! Come on! Just regular tea. We're not brewing leaves and that kind of stuff. No.
Well, milk then, or with milk.
Oh no!
Milky tea. Why not? I'm not fussy. I mean, I think if somebody's kind enough to make you a cup of tea, you should say yes, thank you. I'd be somewhere. I would probably be 4C. I would suggest, but I wouldn't be fussy. If someone's kind enough to make me a cup of tea, I would happily drink it and say thank you.
Okay, Lucy, looking at our grid, where would you go?
None of them. I have black tea, but I have it really, really weak. Literally just in, out, and 2 sugars.
It's just hot water.
God, that's an interesting one. All right, Ian.
Oh, I think it'll be around F2 or B6, somewhere in there.
Yeah,
Yeah. 1 milk,
no sugar.
no sugar.
Gustavo, did you drink tea in Brazil?
Yes,
Are you
but
big tea lovers?
it's not usual to put milk in the tea here. It sounds a bit weird. That's but I've tried with milk and I like it. So I don't know.
Iced lemon tea. Oh God.
Yeah, so I'm with that. I mean, I drink a lot of lemon and ginger. It's really cleansing and quite refreshing, and you avoid the caffeine. I find that if I've got a busy day at work and I have a cup of tea or coffee with everybody I meet, caffeine's not good.
You'll be peeing all day.
Yeah.
No. Max is saying we should have started the stream earlier because we were only going to be on for 1 hour and we're now to 1 hour 40.
Of course.
Yeah, but if you drink too much tea, then it's the middle of the night, isn't it? Getting out your sleeping bag and you're like, oh God, that's the worst. Like when we went camping with the kids the other week, making sure I had a pee, everyone had a pee, and it was 2 o'clock in the morning. You're like, oh man. Yeah, I hate that.
Mm-hmm. How did you get on with the inflatable tent or with inflatable poles, Mark?
So I've had my tent for about 3 or 4 years. I've had it through 2 hurricanes, so I wasn't really bothered about it. It does flap around quite a bit, but there's a trick. So with the air team, when it's a storm, it's a windstorm, you overinflate it to put more pressure into the tubes, and when it's a hot weather, underinflate it just a little bit because the air expands.
Because it expands.
Yeah, so that's the trick that I learned, and my tent was great. It stayed up. I did hear lots of snapping from the other poles, but my wife's not. She's not here anyway, so what the hell?
Oh,
she's not a tough camper. So in the morning she was like, "That's it. We're packing up and stuff," And I was like, "No, come on, let's stick it out. My kids loved it. They thought it was awesome.
Oh,
but, the boss, she won.
Does it overnight? Does it go kind of a bit kind of floppy or does it hold its rigidity? Because I've just got this impression of an inflated lilo that goes overnight.
Yeah, no, I've camped in a tent for a week and I've never had to reinflate it.
Really?
cool.
Never. I do know that one scouter, his tent did collapse. I'm not sure how the air tank collapsed. That wasn't me. I didn't undo the valves over the nighttime. I would never have done that to anybody. That's the only tent I've heard of collapsing. I've never heard of it. And yeah, I've had it for 3-4 years now. Yeah, it's great. I love it. And it's got quite a lot of height room as well. And it's pros and cons though, like it packs down huge. It's massive. It takes up 3/4 of the boot in the car and it weighs a ton. It's really, really heavy. That's one of the negatives, but like I can put it up myself.
Oh really?
2 or 3 minutes. So easy. Is it
like a manual pump or do you plug it into the car?
Manual pump, and they're it's like that sound effect. But it's so easy. Like Thomas, my boy, who's 4, he can put the tent up as well. Like it'd probably take him an hour, but he does the pumping and stuff, and he can do it. So yeah, no, it's super cool. It's really, really easy. But yeah, no, it's a beast of a tent though, but it is really heavy, and so big. Back to tea talk. It's all about teas as scout leaders. In Eastern Europe, where I spent, tea is black and served with a slice of lemon. If you ask for milk or sugar, you get strange looks.
Milk is a very British thing.
Say again?
It's the way forward. Black tea.
Never. Yeah, exercise putting the tent up. Yeah. You do get a bit of a sweat putting it up. It's all good. But I do when I go to Reunion, I take my Van Gogh Storm tent, so the orange tent, just like a 2-man tent. It's easy to put down.
Is that the little the Force 10 A-frame thing?
Yeah, absolutely. The orange ones.
Do you know here in Brazil we call this like A-framed style of tent Canadian tents.
Hey. From Eureka.
You made it happy.
Oh, hey.
That orange tent is the one I normally take to Reunion.
Yeah, classic.
It's so good. Yeah, it's super easy, and I re-waterproofed it recently, and yeah, works a treat.
They're about 300 years old, aren't they? But they're an absolute classic design, and they're super reliable, and you can replace everything, like every bit of it you can replace.
Yeah, so
Brilliant.
Oh yeah.
Super.
Mark,
cheap.
just bring your screen up again.
Go for it.
So right in the middle at the bottom there, is that the tent that we're looking at?
And
Looks like a couple of balloon ones.
that is the weirdest. It's an emergency shelter.
I've used one of them before, and I tell you what, if you need to use it, they are brilliant. And the kind of balloon ends are so you've got some ventilation either end. They're really good. Ideally, you don't want to ever be in that position, but if you have to, they're brilliant.
I have a feeling for 30 quid, it might be worth buying one for a laugh.
I wouldn't want to take it away for the weekend, clearly.
Go around central London. Does anyone use an Icelandic tent? Yeah, I still my group still use Icelandic tents. I don't know about you guys.
Not for years. We've had modern kit for about the last 5 years.
Yeah, we're on the Van Gogh Beta XL 350s for most of our group.
They're good wee tents.
Yeah, just in case anyone doesn't know what to want, these are so we have a yearly annual patrol camping competition, and the scouts have to camp in these style tents. Yeah, love it. Really traditional. They look quite cool.
Do you make them do kit inspection and pin all the railings up and roll back the doors and stuff and everything as well? We had a county camp earlier on in the year, and there was one scout troop turned up with one of those, and they did it brilliantly. Or I can't remember which group it was, but all the railings were up, and when they all went off to do their activities, all the kit was in the middle with the ground sheet folded over. It was really nicely done. Really nicely done.
There's a group here in my district that they make their own tents. Like they ask to, I don't know, like a special industry, I don't know, but they have their own tents, like not just a logo. No, the whole structure of the tents is just made for them.
Wow.
It's
like
it's like a very traditional and old styling of tent. It's like super heavy. They carrying big black boxes.
The canvas, yeah.
Yeah, they look like a lot that Icelandic that you showed.
Impressive.
They're great tents. They're quite literally bomb proof. I mean, it doesn't matter if you put them up properly. When the weather comes down, you've got flashings and everything done properly. It's just they're brilliant.
Yep. No, they are good tents. Ian, do you use those in Canada? They're very traditional here in England.
Which?
The Icelandic tents.
No, we use if you look them up, Eureka Timberlines. I think Janet she's got dome tents too.
Yeah, dome tents. Yeah.
It's also because from about 20 kilometers from here is the repair shop, so we get a lot of second hands there.
I think in England everyone kind of normally uses dome tents. David, Andy, what did I say, Lucy? We always use dome tents.
Yeah.
One is the one I did my Duke of Edinburgh with, and that's over 20 years old, and it's still almost new.
Still going strong. Nice.
If you look after your kid, it lasts, doesn't it?
Oh,
It's
Has anyone heard of Jack Wolfskins?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
yeah,
had
good brand.
you talk about windy. We were at camp. I had 80-kilometer plus winds. I woke up in the morning, and there was no other tents out there except for mine. And, yeah, it was slapping me in the face all night. But I wake up and I'm like, ooh, these guys must get up early and pack up and be ready to go. And then they have breakfast. No, they were all inside. All their tents were down. They were sleeping because they were up at 2 a.m. taking their tents and getting everything safe. But I wake up and I'm like, that was the best sleep I ever had. Quiet.
Love it.
So
Nice.
It's really funny though, because our group we've expanded a lot over the last year or so, and we figured that we were at the point where Cubs, Scouts, and Beavers may well go camping on the same weekend. So over winter, we thought, well, you know what, we'll expand our kit ready for next year. And the brand new mess tent arrived 2 weeks before we went on lockdown. It hasn't been out of the box yet.
God. Now, I don't know if you saw that comment, guys. This just made me chuckle. A marquee 8 meters by 6 meters pop up.
Wow.
I'd have to say, how long does it last when the wind blows?
Well, how long does it take you to pack it away? I'd love to see a video of that.
Does it take 10 minutes to take down?
I've got a pop-up tent, and it takes me bloody hours just to fold back in. But a marquee, that would be amazing.
Picking up on Lucy's point, 10 minutes to take down. No, it takes you at least an hour and a half to go, you know what, we need to think about taking that tent.
You're right in a minute.
I'll go in a bit.
Get back in the bag.
What is a marquee?
A huge tent.
Oh, it's a big tent.
I don't know. 30, 40, 50 people can fit in. Depends how big the marquee is.
A bit like a mess tent.
He won't know what a mess tent is. Do you know what a mess tent is? Gustavo?
No, I don't know.
Not a messy tent. Well,
No, I don't know what a mess tent is.
all right.
Generally, it's got sides that are like that, and it's got a roof that's like that.
Like a small service.
Yeah, it's like a double garage, basically.
Yeah.
One of them.
So, no, we don't use that here. Here, each patrol has like a big tarp.
A dining shelter.
Yes, but you have to. You only have a tarp. So, like the poles and everything, you have to find a bamboo, or we usually use bamboo because they're pretty strong and straight and easy to find. But we don't have these huge and massive tents like that.
Yeah. A kitchen eating tent. Yeah.
Yeah, mess tent.
I've lost the question now. Lost the question. Right. Any more questions, guys? We're coming up to 2 hours. Is this like, are we trying to go for Guinness World Record? Or when do I get into Reunion, we normally start till 2 a.m. So
I'm trying to get it to go to the time when it started for you.
you never know. David's on the line, so we could keep going. Gustavo's still wide awake.
Yes, here it's 6:54.
Ooh.
Nice. Right. So come on, guys. Let's see. Dwayne's not. He's not messaging me.
Huh.
He hasn't seen it. He's probably pretending to be busy.
What's he up to this weekend?
He's like round waterfalls and he's abroad somewhere. I can't remember where he is.
Was it yesterday he was under that huge waterfall?
Yeah. So I did a vlog with him. I was meant to 6 p.m. in Canada. So I met up with Dwayne about a year ago, and we went to do an interview in a park, but it was so windy and raining, so he decided to do it in his Mini. So like just into his Mini, and it was just we were trying to phone as many celebrities in his phone. So we called Steve Backshaw and Warwick Davis and stuff like that. And then I was like, oh, let's call Bear. No, we're not calling Bear. Come on, man, come on, let's call Bear. Let's call Bear. And he's like, no, can't call Bear. So all right, okay. Then you ask a question and you realize, why did I ask that? Like, what a stupid question. So my question was, what do Bear's kids call him?
Daddy Bear.
And he's went, they call him Dad. They just call him Dad. I'm like, oh yeah.
It's not Papa Bear.
It's Papa Bear. This Bear's not his name. His wife doesn't call him Bear. So I was like, what does this kid's called? Call him Dwayne. Call him Dwayne. I'll be the wrong one. Call him Dad. Yeah. So, right. So back to the marquee. 10 minutes put down, fold up. 800 quid for the pop-up marquee.
Ooh.
I think we need to see a picture of this pop-up marquee.
Yeah, come on. Dan.
I know.
He's trying to find a photo for us, but pop-up marquee, that must be.
We don't need a photo. We need a video. We need evidence of this going up
and going down, and back in the same bag it came out of as well.
Yeah,
and not a time-lapse video, nothing. A live video.
yeah. And no shouting or arguing.
Yeah. There's a saying here that goes like, words without a link are empty words.
That's good.
Yeah.
I agree. I'll let you argue that one on the internet for the next 3 hours.
Of course, Facebook. Yeah. Right. Next question. What is the most rewarding thing you get from scouting from being a leader? Oh man, what a question.
Seeing
Who's
kids
going first?
do something that they said they can't do.
Yeah. I think we've all been through that, haven't we? There's a Beaver Cub Scout or whatever saying they can't do the high jump or whatever, or firelighting, or cooking. I remember I gave a tin of beans. Oh, where's Andy gone? I gave a tin of beans to one of the scouts, and she just looked at it. What's the problem? And
Sorry, James.
always have an argument. I'll put it on. And the bean tin didn't have a ring pull.
Oh.
It only had a can opener. I gave her the can opener, and she's never used a.
Was it one of the ones you do that all the way around, or was it a turning one?
I can't remember. But what she was saying was she's never seen a can opener, and this was only 2-3 years ago. So seeing like a random, like seeing a scout use a can opener for the first time, that was a bit bizarre. Yeah. David, what's yours?
I think it's good to get kids properly outside their comfort zone, but I think it's also incredibly important to watch the adults do it as well. So last time we went to a Scarefest, has always been an annual for us. Absolutely love it. Yeah. We got everybody up on the 3G swing, and I got all of our kids up doing it. And all of our leaders quite enjoyed doing it, listening to the screams, videoing them for Facebook, obviously. And then some bright spark realised that I hadn't been up, so I got stuck in there. And they obviously wound it up a lot higher than they had everybody else because I'd been filming them. And I don't actually think they didn't realise to start with how much I didn't actually really want to be there. And when they pulled the thing and it dropped, I maybe shouted a few expletives, so they couldn't use the video on Facebook. But it's just like, it's so cool to see everybody, kids and the adults, deliberately putting themselves outside their comfort zone in a place they wouldn't necessarily be, and doing fantastic new stuff. And whether it's heights, whether it's climbing, whether it's firelighting, trying new foods, I think it expands the breadth of their experience, which I think is massively important, and it's fantastic for us as well as the kids. So,
yeah, no, good.
I think like one example I had was my son, who's got degrees of hearing loss, and very, very quiet and introverted at times, and a bit behind at school. But then him starting Beavers really did bring out the best in him. And then I took over as his leader, and he ended up getting every single badge. He met up with you, didn't he, David? We did the London Mile in Westminster.
Mm.
And he climbed Snowdon last year. He left
Oh,
Beavers
wow.
with every single badge possible. He got every stage badge to minimum stage 1. And then he got commissioner's commendation on the back of doing his Snowdon trip.
Can you get the picture? Can you get the picture up of him on the top of Snowdon? Mark, if you look on the South London Scouts Facebook page, there's a picture of Benji standing with his arms out on the top of Snowdon with an arm full of badges. It's amazing.
Every single badge. But it's just for him, that has been the making of him. And I've always said to them, I said, you're free to give up clubs if you don't want to do it, but don't give up your scouting. Because it's just the opportunities and everything that it gives them. It's life experiences. So what if you're not academic? But if you've got those life skills that you've learned, that can take you so much further than a piece of paper at times is.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, it is about getting those experiences, isn't it? That is that photo.
His sister's on his heels now. I think she's only 5 away from getting the set now. So
Oh.
yeah,
Wow.
Look at that arm.
a lot of sewing.
No, yeah, not glue. Excellent.
No, they're all hand stitched.
Ian.
Yeah, I think it's that experience. I've been doing it for a while now, so I've actually had 2 sets of kids go through. So the first round, you're just learning, but the second round, you're like, oh, I know where you're going to go with this, right? And to see that, like you said, that kid that learns skills and you know, you get that light. Once you've lived the lifespan, then you can kind of see where they are on that journey, and you can help them get to the end. But yeah, seeing that kid come into Beavers or Cubs or Scouts and start, and then not realize how they're going to leave a better person.
Yeah, no.
With
Yeah,
skills for life.
Yeah.
absolutely. Andy.
It's kind of I can't really sum it up into one. There's 4 main things that I get out of it, and the first thing is that the experiences for me. I only started in December 2016. I was just saying with our group scout leader today, it feels like I've been in scouting as a leader for about 20 years, because I've been to so many places, met so many people, and done so many things. But with me aside and getting all of that out of it, coming to the end of a camp and seeing a kid with a smile, that's amazing. Coming to the end of a camp when you're on a coach and seeing kids like this,
Then you know it worked.
Yeah.
that's amazing. And then having it's kind of like what Ian was saying, having a kid that comes into Cubs at 8 years old and pretty much everybody has written him off, and then by the time he goes up to Scouts at 10 and a half, you're giving him one of them or her one of them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I've got 4 of them to give out.
Right, last comment from Leanne. Are you guys from South London Scouts?
That way,
Oh,
They were South London Scouts. I love the Taskmaster.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, it's been so useful scouting. and
Oh,
homeschool.
I've found the photo. How do I? Oh God, how do I do that?
There's one called share a screen. There's an option called share a screen, I think.
It's asking me for all sorts of other.
Oh, we're gonna.
there goes the mouse.
Hang on. Can you see that?
No.
Can you see that picture of Benji?
Yeah. No.
Dear.
You're cruel.
Right, I don't know how this is going to do it. I'll tell you what, Mark. I'll message you the picture,
All right. Message
and
me,
you can do it.
and then I'll do it. Right. So Dan's saying, when in Poland, a scout asked me if I could ask reception to get a drink out of the fridge for him. I said no, and to ask them themselves. They did it, and next night they were chatting. That's it. That's fantastic. It's just challenging that, get them out of their comfort zone, isn't it? Like David was saying earlier on. Right. Let's have a look. What's it? He missed this. So David, I did put it up earlier on.
All right. Sorry.
And people even commented about it.
How good is that picture?
Yes.
Got to the top and was expecting to get the train back down because we went along the park. The train was sold out for 6 hours and it was going to cost over 70 quid for us to come back down. I was like, I'm sorry. So can you see the wolf at his feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That cost me 20 quid at the top of Snowdon as an incentive for him to come back down.
20 quid.
I love the way you've actually color coordinated the badges as well.
I know, it's good, isn't it? I've done it in lines. So she's like got a blue line, a yellow line, a blue line.
That is
Awesome.
Well done. Well, guys, thank you very much. 2-hour stream on Gilwell Reunion. It's been great.
Thank you for having us.
It's been great. No, thank you for joining us. It's been great to have so many people around the world and meeting new faces and stuff as well. So, yeah, guys, once again, thank you very much for joining us on the live stream here on Gilwell Reunion. There's loads of things happening tomorrow morning. Bush Scout are doing a real big fire challenge. So check them out in the afternoon. And it's a really good one for you to take back to your scout group and do it. I'm sworn to secrecy what it is, but it's a really good one. I want to see David do it. Okay, David's going to do Bush Scout thing.
Challenge.
All right, challenge. Cool, guys. Well, thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you very, very soon.